All right, is everybody ready?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna call the City of Vernon special meeting. We'll have to follow the order. Monday at 5:30 p.m., March 5th, 2024. Candace, invocation, please.
Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to be here tonight. We ask that you guide the council and help them to make the best decisions for the city and community. We ask that you keep each and every one of us in our community safe each and every day. We thank you for everything and guide our country. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, number one, we have the bid for the Sportsplex, and I need a motion to approve the bid for the Sportsplex roof for the Fertile brand. And the bid is behind your agenda.
How much?
It's behind your agenda for $15,500.
Oh, okay.
And that's the only bid that we had as well, though, right?
That's the only one.
Well, then I make a motion, we accept that bid.
And I second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. We have some public participation. Mr. May?
Yes. I guess there's no mic, so I guess I'm doing it here then, huh? I'm just seeing if the city can observe No Mow March. That's a program that they developed from University of Florida and IFAS. And if I can get the right screen here. Landscapes, lawns, and potential have to support many of our native pollinators during our transition in the spring. There are many weeds and wildflowers that serve as nectar and pollen sources for native bees and other pollinating insects. By allowing your lawn or your landscape to be more natural, you're supporting pollinator populations. Continue your break from mowing through the month of March for pollinators. And I was just asking that so they could the Pocket Park and some of the other areas that are wildflowers, they can just not cut during March because some of the emergent flowers are just coming out. And I just saw my first bumblebee today too.
I saw him too.
So I know they're out and they're starting, but some of those flowers are already out, spiderworts and everything. Oops. Just in that small place next to me.
Are you asking that I don't have to cut the grass all month?
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
And that way you can find out if your mower is working during the month instead of it being, first time you're going. Just in that small place next to Roach and 277 for me, I've seen black medic, swamp, parsley, spiderwort, plantains, including lance leaf plantains, star jelly gnostic. That was the first time I noticed that because the rain plumped it up. It looks sort of like it's an algae. White clover, wild geraniums, wild onions. Wild onions, I've got some here. Henbit, primrose, Spanish needles, wood sorrel, ponyfoot, dandelions, and I'm waiting for purslane and coreopsis, the state flower, to pop up yet too. I know it's out there somewhere.
Thank you for bringing it. I don't know.
So you're asking for the city not to mow any
Right.
of the city
Yeah, in some of the,
properties for the
like
whole month of May?
Just those,
No,
just,
March.
just
I'm
a,
sorry.
March.
March.
Just those two places though, right?
It'd be the wildflowers and everything. Yeah, well, I already circled, last year I was doing the circles around the crepe myrtles anyway, and then cutting down to about halfway through the park there. And so I was doing that part and letting that grow wild. Oh, I didn't say the dewberry either, since those are out. But like the crimson clover on Moss Hill in 79, you probably see that popping up. And probably the white clover too is popping up too.
Jason, do you know that two areas that he's talking about?
Yeah, we don't do those here. That's state over there by him.
Might be a good chance they don't get mowed in
Yeah.
March.
No, I saw, Rusty,
What are you talking about? Oh, down there.
next to me.
Oh, you talking about the little corner right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and there's a wildflower
But the place that he's talking about on Moss Hill,
Yeah,
that's
I got
state.
you.
That's
Yeah.
state.
I got you.
That was
Well, we
thick,
do,
that was,
there's one corner right there that's ours, a little piece right beside him that's ours, we do.
and there was,
The rest is state.
yeah, okay, well,
Yeah.
I was gonna call DOT and see if I can make that, see if they can make that a wildflower place anyway, to go along with the area next to the park, between the park and the bridge there and everything. Okay, thank you.
Michelle, is that something we need to vote on or agree on? Is everybody in agreement for those places that you mentioned?
By the park, you're talking about the city square? When you say the park, are you talking
Oh,
about the
the
city
pocket
square?
park, the pocket park next to me. You can get the park and everything, but, yeah, that's got quite a variety anyway.
But I'm not understanding where you're saying, I just wanna make sure the guys
I
understand
know
where
what
you're
talking about.
saying.
I got
Are you talking about right behind the old service station at your house?
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay,
Yeah, and along there too, the
Yeah.
strips on both sides.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nate. Number 2, roads, Candace.
we have not been able to get any milled asphalt for some time. And I found a place, the place found me, actually, cause I couldn't find it anywhere, and I called Trey and he had them call me, and they got like 600 loads of it. So, because we run out all the time, I hate to just get 2 loads, and then they gonna use that just fixing the roads right now, and then in 2 weeks, if it's rained very much, they gonna need some more. But Jason and I together, we can only order like 3 loads because of our spending limit. So I just want, it's $6.50 a load. So I wanted to see what y'all want, if we could order up a little bit so we wouldn't be running out again.
Sure, not bad.
So instead of 3, you want what, 5, 6?
5 or 6, yeah.
At least,
At
yeah.
least. I got the 2 loads.
Do I have a motion to approve 6 loads?
I'll make a motion that we approve 6 loads.
Then I second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, can I have a motion to close the meeting?
I make a motion to close the meeting.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting closed. Now we'll open up the workshop. Number 1,
We did that except for talking about the litter. Mr. Pippin is concerned about the litter on Church Street. The guys have been they're past busy as far as trying to go out and pick up
Trash.
trash. But people are dumping deer out there, there's issues. So I don't know how y'all wanna handle it, but I want you to be aware of the situation, because when he calls me tomorrow, I want to make sure I told y'all.
Which side of Church Street?
On the other side.
The other
The
side?
other side.
how bad is it? Do we know?
Deer.
Rusty's been picking it up, it's bad. They just dump everything.
I don't think it's citizens of Vernon, I think it's a lot of people
Tires,
traveling
bunch
it
of stuff,
now.
old tires and stuff.
And
It's
I
just
see that
bad.
stuff out there.
I mean, we got most of it now, but
How are you picking it up? I mean, what do you,
we
you're
use
just
the mower.
walking down the road and,
Whatever we gotta do. Mostly we just use the mower, put a garbage can around the mower.
yeah,
That's the easiest way.
that's a lot of work. What can we do about it?
Yeah.
Big old
Throwing
signs.
up that litter sign's not gonna help.
Yeah, I ain't gonna help. They're dumping everything. It's way past trash.
And it's right past this house.
Yeah, we even found a bed down there.
Yeah, because it's woods there, nobody can see
A
them.
lot of people don't see, they
You
know
can't see
once you
nobody.
get past his house.
House,
right
there's nothing there. You can
nobody,
just
all
got
the way
free
down to
door.
William.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it has to be somebody from around here. I mean, people that are just driving don't throw tires out. I mean,
What if that road goes all the way out the other way?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
goes
Got
all the
pretty
way.
good ways out there.
I guess we need to monitor, maybe.
Huh? I do too.
Keep
Well,
on
even out on 79, they throw all
No,
kinds of
stop.
trash right in front of my house.
And you
I
put it
mean,
in
I can't do
there?
anything about it. beer
That's what they do.
cans
Is that against
beer
law?
packages, the
I
whole
mean, they have those
package.
that you can
I
just
don't know
put
why
on.
they just don't
Thing
keep it
is,
until they
even
get
if we
somewhere,
caught
put it in
somebody,
the
what
trash.
could they do?
They throw it out there, Joey
Well,
gets his
the
name,
legal method
and
is,
it all
Yeah,
done.
the
but they're
sheriff
not
department.
carrying
So
it, they're in
now-
a car.
I'm sorry, Michelle, I know we can't put regular cameras out there, but what about, Brent was asking, what about like a deer cam? Is that something that we could do legally?
I don't know.
Mm-mm-mm.
Or if we got permission from a homeowner?
Yeah,
Which that's on his land too,
Yeah.
isn't it? On the
But
backside
Mr.
of it.
Pippin, don't his land go all the way down that
yeah.
one
He has a
side?
big portion.
He has a big portion of that
Yeah.
land.
I bet he'd tell you right off.
So maybe he would give you permission to put one on his land.
The question is though, whenever you find out who it is, what do you do from
Or
there?
to go
Call
use it.
sheriff's
Yeah, that,
Nothing, cause we don't have a little law, do
so that's gonna be a state law, that we're not
Oh,
looking at
yeah.
local code.
we? You're not supposed to litter anyway.
I mean, my question is just gonna be, we may wanna have a conversation with the state attorney's office before we do that, just to make certain that the evidence that we collect can actually be used
I
by
understand.
their office in court.
Okay, so until then, we all, Jason, monitor it,
Yeah.
and you can let him know. We'll see what we can do.
You work all the time, don't you, Jason?
Number 2. Purchase new freezer and or refrigerator for the community center.
You know, we had that, but go ahead and say it.
No, Miss Gwen and I were talking about it because there's all the time events and parties and things in there, and there's that one old small refrigerator. So if they have anything frozen and need ice, there isn't anywhere to put it. So, I mean.
Cause the Pepsi thing was there before, but
yeah,
that
it
doesn't work
It's not
anymore.
working.
It's
So
not working anymore,
there's
so
not
they don't
much,
have
you
nothing
know,
but that one
cold
refrigerator.
space there.
Well, mid-sized freezers aren't that expensive.
Should be fine. I didn't know if y'all, though, if y'all wanted to do like a small freezer and then another refrigerator.
That may be a good idea.
I mean, a lot of that stuff, even both of those, you could still get for less than $1,000, I would think.
So what you said?
You could probably still buy both of those now
Yeah.
for less than $1,000, I would think.
You get some prices on,
Yeah, cause they could use the
Cause
small
some
freezer.
freezers now, like even the chest freezers only if you want to.
Then, I know they cheap.
If it's under
Yeah.
1,000,
Yeah.
I can go ahead and get it, but if it's over 1,000, I just wanna make sure
Yeah.
that we're
We
okay.
just bought a refrigerator, I didn't see anything cheap like that. I mean, if you're
And there
going
may
to
not be.
low.
Well, it all depends on what kind you get.
Well, we don't have to have
Like,
an
the one I
ice
got, it
maker.
costs $2,000.
Right, oh, no, no.
So that would be a little
No,
cheaper,
yeah, yeah.
but
Is there a water
The one
line
I
under
got,
that?
$2,000.
I don't know.
I mean, but.
I know the sink's over on the total
It's gonna
opposite
go over
side.
1,000. With the refrigerator, 2 cabinets, it's gonna go over 1,000,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Cause you don't want the real small refrigerator like they have those little small ones at Sam's, that's, you know, that just look like apartment size or something. They
Yeah,
have
just a
those cheap,
plain
and Walmart
refrigerator.
has them too.
Yeah.
But, we want something that's going to be big enough for people to just put their food in.
I guess something that'll last as well though, instead of buying the cheapest one.
just get some prices.
I figured it would be around 12 or so, and I just wanted to make sure, okay. I'm trying to get prices on the city square sign, I know we talked about it a couple, maybe at the last meeting, I'm not sure, but, Miss Gwen's church just got one, and it was, 2,000? it's a real nice looking sign, but I did ask him about the digital sign, they may be 20,000, I don't have any
The
idea.
digital, I think that was up to like 3,000, we didn't get the digital one, but it was like almost $3,000, I think, for the digital one.
But I sent him an email with what we're looking for, and I'm waiting on to get prices, but does anybody have, Ms. Gwen wanted me, we had talked about it, and we're thinking about like when we have a boil water notice, we can just type in right there that there's a boil water notice, or that the meeting is canceled.
See,
You
this
know.
is what I'm saying, we don't, the church, we can go out there and change ours, we don't have that
Yeah.
much stuff to put on there, but with you guys, we need something that you could sit here at the office and do, you don't have time to be if a boil water notice come up, you need to be able to put it on there right then and there,
Mhm.
so the citizens can see it, and
And plus what's there looks really
Oh,
trashy.
it's
Yeah.
terrible. I mean, when we was there
How long
for,
is that
when we
thing?
was there for that gazebo, I looked over there and I was like, oh my God.
It
It
looks
just
bad.
made me embarrassed. It's kind of
been there
embarrassing.
for,
Forever.
yeah.
It's embarrassing. And we can do better. We can do better than that.
So you're gonna get us some prices on different.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on the prices to come in. I had hoped they would be in when I did the agenda, but they're not in yet.
But he was very good because he does the electrical work and everything in that price. For the church, he did the electrical work because he ran it all, he had to really bring it out and put it out front. And so he did all of that for us, the electrical work and everything for the church.
Well, we need to update anyway. We've got the other signs that,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
we're
working on
trying.
them. They've had some technical difficulty, but they're working on those.
yes.
And I did speak back with DOT about the city hall signs that were approved before I had even started.
Mm-hmm.
And I reached out to they designed one, it's just the green sign that says City Hall this way, but, that's all we can put on the state
Well,
right away is what he said. But I reached out to the permitting lady and I have not heard back yet, cause I can't order it until she approves
that you're
approves
gonna
it.
get it.
Anything else on that? Number 4.
I want the council to explain my duty to me. I know what the charter says, and I have no issue following that charter at all. But I'm not gonna get accused of running the city again when I'm not.
I'd like to take a moment to tell you that I thought the council owed you an apology for last
No.
meeting because it was inappropriate and unprofessional. And I'm sorry I didn't speak up right then and there, but I'm apologizing to you now.
I don't need to apologize, I just need what the city requests, what they want me to do. I understand what the charter says, and I can stick right to it. Now that means I don't have to do a whole lot, just really enforce ordinances. I don't have to work with code. You know, these grants and all when they come in. I just totally up to y'all.
Well, it's nice that you went out of your way to go and look things up and find information out and everything.
But you
That's-
need to let the council know, okay? We need to know, you don't do it without us knowing. That's the thing I was talking about. Don't do this without us knowing.
It's nice that you looked stuff up for us.
I know it is, but we need to know when you look it up.
I'm not
Tell
looking
us
at-
about it.
I'll stick to exactly what the charter says till the council really finds my duty.
So, Mr. Gary, and no disrespect at all, but it's pretty much the same thing that it was back when you were mayor, way back when I worked as deputy clerk. Nothing's changed that I know of. I mean, other than, I don't think, I know it used to be that some of the mayors used to review the bills, but the way they come out now, that doesn't happen, but I don't think anything's changed much since then. So are you asking for a list of duties, or are you, I mean, it's,
I kind of like to have a list what y'all expect of me. It's spelled out in the charter, but if y'all want me to do additional items, I don't mind doing them.
well, I know what's in the charter, and I thought that the helping with the grants and helping with the 4th of July and the things like that were all included too. Now, I may be wrong about that. I don't know.
I don't mind doing those things, but I want to know what the council wants me to do. Write a list, I'll be fine with it.
Well, honestly, we have a really, really old charter that
Yes.
probably needs to be updated anyway. And if you did that, then you could say, here's what each person's supposed to do.
Because he takes a little bit of a load off of you for looking up grants and stuff like that, doesn't he?
So, well, the charter's ancient, y'all, so.
Well,
Did we redo this at one time?
We tried to, but
We
We
we,
looked
talked
at
about it.
but we didn't.
17, I think, was the last time we looked
But
at
it
it.
didn't go to vote, right?
And that was under a completely different council for the most part too.
I thought, yeah.
And it has to go to a
Right.
vote, and I would think that it would probably have to be reviewed and changed again, because Well, some of the stuff that was in it, I know I don't agree with.
Well, the biggest thing about the mayor is that your charter was adopted at, I think, 25.
Mhm.
26 or 25.
And in the 60s, the legislature took away most of the authority of your mayor and mayors across the state, all mayors. They eliminated mayor's courts, so that was a big
Yeah.
part of your mayor's authority in your charter was actually being able to enforce your ordinances through the mayor's court. That doesn't exist anymore. So even though the mayor's designated as the chief executive officer of the city, there's not really much you can do with that title under your charter, because almost everything that the mayor used to be able to do, they just can't do anymore. So your mayor's almost just a figurehead at this point. And that's just by preemption by state law.
They should be better off to do away with the mayor position, go to, what do they call it? Like Chipley,
Chipley has a mayor, but their mayor
It's
is
selected
elected
out of the.
amongst the council.
Right.
Yeah. And again, their mayor's just a figurehead. There's no authority in the mayor other than to run the meeting.
But their council, don't their council elect their mayor?
Mhm.
In Chipley, the council elects the mayor, not the people.
Which that would save you one council person, and save you $4,800 a year.
Well, we'd still have to change the
We
charter.
You still have to go to
that
vote, I understand that.
You still need a spokesperson though, when there's things
Yeah.
going on, you need a spokesperson.
And I don't mind doing that.
In the event of a true state of emergency or God forbid martial law, your mayor does become the
Right.
the sole leader of the city until declared otherwise.
Okay, does anybody else have anything on this? Mr. Gary, you have anything else on this?
Nope.
Number 5, no sick days, Jim. It was added.
Oh, yeah,
It's bad.
Miss Gwen called me this morning and asked me when we were supposed to do that. He had last year, and we never did a contract. And we were supposed to start a contract with the amount to be paid in January, and we're in March. So she wanted us to talk about that tonight so that, y'all could get with Tim or whatever and decide how you're gonna do that.
We never got anywhere with the power situation out there.
And I don't think we're going to.
And there was no way to,
It's a whole mess.
Yeah.
What about putting a power pole in?
you can't just put a meter that tells you what's being used out
The
there.
power went out there and it was a debacle.
There's several buildings
Yeah.
On that one.
There's A and B, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and there's separate buildings, and the power company apparently was not able to tell us which ones went to what when
Yeah.
they came out.
Well, I think at one time we had a bid to just put power at the old science center. Was that right? That was like $4,000 or $5,000. Do y'all
Just to run
remember?
that,
Do y'all remember
Seems like-
something about that here a year or so ago?
What was he saying now? Which-
Wasn't that
Old
didn't we have a bid from somebody that Tim had called and it was gonna be $4,800 to put power at the science, the old science building that he wanted to use for the rec storage and whatnot? And y'all decided not to spend $5,000 to get power out there separate. So they may be able to do that and
On
you're
that.
gonna look at around the same price.
well, I don't see how we can set a price. We need to set a price for the lease. We've been needing to do that, but we also need to separate that power.
Or it might be cheaper to just include power in the rent, because the power bill's not gone up on any of them that I can see a difference in. I mean, he's not got an air conditioning and heating system running out there or anything. So
basically,
if you
just like
included the
theirs.
power in the rent, I think you'd be okay.
Yeah.
What did we say that square footage was out there?
It's like 3,400 or something.
In between 3 and 3,500.
Do you know, know what the footage is out there?
3,400.
3,400, okay. How was we divine that up, Joe? Can you remember?
I guess you could look at one of these rooms that they're renting out and see what the square footage is on it and just kind of divide it out.
Mhm.
And then see what it would come out at. If that's the way we're renting rooms out, is by square footage.
I don't think it is, these rooms here, what we put a price on these rooms here.
Y'all mentioned maybe 600 for that one room,
Small one.
for, the one Miss Mary was in with the food bank, which is
The
about
old
this
math.
size, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the old math room.
You know, talking about that Nah, you'd be talking about more than that if you're talking about square
That's
footage.
actually 2 buildings in one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, it all depends. I mean, we ain't really had no issues either out of that gym, right?
No,
Mm-mm.
I guess you gotta look at it a lot of different ways.
It does provide a service that a lot of people use.
and it's really, what's the other, is it the gym that he shares power with?
I think he's running off the gym, yeah, the
Okay.
gymnasium.
So, I know the gym probably uses a lot of power when it's on, right? When they're
Yeah,
out
but
there.
I'm saying, even though y'all been in there, what, two months?
We started in December.
That power bill has
Has
not
not
got,
changed,
maybe $200 and they're out there 5 days a week probably.
wow.
I know the question- yeah, the question to begin with was because that particular business is open 24/7.
Right,
We were concerned about the power, but you're saying that it's not been an issue.
I don't see it since I've started, I don't see a rise in the power bill.
I come at weird times to get food and do stuff like that. You don't see a lot of people there except they get there around 5 in the morning. By the afternoon, they're gone. Then you see people come again around 5 until about 9.
Yeah.
So they're not really,
And he's paying his own water bill?
Yep.
So
He
the
pays
water's
his
separate.
water, sewer, and garbage, and he also has cameras there. Because there was a kid that was trying to shake the door at 2 o'clock in the morning, I guess,
Yeah,
but he's got a perfect picture of that kid, so.
So we just need to, I guess, if y'all are agreeable with leaving it not separating the power, since it doesn't seem to be a problem now, we just need to set a price including the power
For the room.
for the room.
Yeah.
And it can't be $600, I mean,
No.
No, that wouldn't be.
Well, why don't we find, you said it's 34? You know how much we was charging before?
we didn't set it up.
Nobody's
for that.
rented anything here since I've been here, the room that was the Muskogee Creek Indian was
Yeah, I know.
200 for that.
Yeah.
This,
Little
but
space.
this is,
Her off, for Nikki's office.
this is the only city property that makes money off of something, though, right? Business wise?
Well, there's.
Yeah, cause he is a for-profit business, yeah.
Is there not a way that you can get like a percentage off the business?
There's actually two, there's another one that
That's
we'll have to deal with at some point too.
Is it?
It's the
I don't
same
know.
way.
I think we should just come up with a price for the rent, you know. We
Just the
can,
way you look at it.
and, well, we can do the footage and see how much that is, and if we want to, because it is a community service, if we want to give them a break, then we can, you know. But let's just get a price first, and then, you know what I mean, and we want to, because it is helping our community, then.
Does anybody have a number?
250.
What?
300.
For the rent?
It's
Well,
a
they-
profit business.
Yeah,
No, we
but
can't do
you are
300.
saying that it benefits the community.
I do think it benefits the community, but
And-
$250 too cheap.
Well,
That's cheap.
she said 600 was too much.
I think 600 is too cheap.
You
No, I
think-
didn't
oh,
say 600 was too
No, I
much.
didn't
She
say
said
you-
600. You
Well,
said
600 is what the
that
room
little
is
room
you
there
were,
was.
Right.
they were gonna rent that room
Right.
for
How big is it?
over there.
3,400 square foot.
So what do you think then?
He charges $50
Yeah,
up
$50.
front, 25 a month.
Yeah, they're making money.
Do what now?
$2,500 a month?
25 a month's what he charges. He comes on
$25.
down every
$50
month.
up front for a
He don't miss
new
that.
member,
That's
and then
$25 a month to use
$25
it.
Right.
He makes it, he's
Profit
making some
from
money.
the building.
Oh, no. What do you think?
I don't know, I think it's something we're just going to have to sit down and actually,
Figure
maybe
out.
get him in here and talk
Has
to
he-
him.
Talk to
Have,
him.
have you asked him how much he's willing to pay? Because if you say 700, and he goes, well, I'm not paying that, and I'll take my
Well, then
business.
he won't buy nothing else, he's not gonna refuse
First
that.
of all, well,
Right there by the gym.
I think it's something we need to talk about.
It is, it should be.
well, this is a workshop, that's what
Yeah.
we're
Like,
trying
what
to
can you
do,
get
but
a place?
I'm thinking more along the lines
That
of,
trailer over there,
12,
they told me they got burned up with $600.
I think it's something that we need to bring him in actually, because I know that he's making good money there all the
More
time.
than that, that's what I'm saying.
Well, you could find out how
We're gonna find him in the
many
news,
clients he has.
We had that big discussion a year ago.
About the price?
Yeah.
Well, y'all know that nobody ever said a price. They said that,
because we were trying to
they
look into
said
the
that they
power
were gonna give
situation.
him till January and then
Because he
we would
fixed
have
up
a
the place
price.
and everything, so they gave him a
He's
break.
been out there, what, 2 years?
No, a year,
A year of
January.
actually being open.
A year?
Mhm.
We're supposed to
Get it, start
come up
charging,
with something.
yeah, after a year. And I guess it just got kinda slid
Well, I
under the
look
rug.
at, this is me, I look at it, he's using the city, he's making money on the city, of course, each month. You talk a 3,400 square foot building, you're gonna pay between $1,200-$1,400 renting. We leased in The power bill will be a few $100s a month, at Yeah. least probably $500 a month. you know, if you cut him a break, if you charge him $1,500, you're looking at $18,000 a year. I done figured it out, but that's a big chunk of money. I don't know what he makes. Ain't none of my business what he makes. I know people stays out there around the clock. I come back at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. There's people parked. They in that gym. I don't know what they're doing. Ain't none of my business. I don't go to it. But the thing is, we've been at this issue about the power, splitting the power. The whole time out there. That's been the biggest concern. When he fixed the building, that was the concern. That power out there. I just come up with a price, meet him in the middle, 1,300, whatever y'all decide. Like it or not, you know, that's what it is. You know, the city does not need to go in the hole, does not need to break even. He's making money, the city needs to make money. Does not need to break even, because eventually the city's gonna have to fix something out there, down the line. So,
I wonder how much one of those buildings over on the corner rents for, like the dive shop that just opened. I wonder how much that rents for, because it's right on the.
They own the,
They
they
own the
own that
building, they don't pay no
building.
bill.
It's their daughter.
that, yes.
Yeah, he can.
You know, all he's got to do is raise his fees, you know, so
Make it find out
it's
how
gonna
much
come
it
down to the
And
city.
he's eventually
You can
going
get
to raise his fees, everything
you can
goes
get him
up,
in here and
and I'm
discuss
sure
it with
he's
him,
not
but,
gonna, he's gonna raise them,
You talking about a 3,400 square foot building, that's
that's
a
a
big
big
old building.
building.
And commercial properties normally at least per square foot. I mean,
That's what I
at
want to
least
know.
10, I mean, I can tell you some rates that I've seen around here. We're looking at $15 to $18 a square foot. I don't know what shape this building is in, but even at $10 a square foot, that's
Yeah, that's $3,400.
that's cheap for
That's what I'm
commercial
saying.
property. Once you start charging them rent, you've got to start collecting commercial sales taxes and remitting those to the state. And then you have to notify Gil Carter that you're leasing a property and that property will no longer be tax exempt, so you'll have to pay property taxes on that portion of the property as well.
Thanks.
And that'll be in arrears for the
Be on the city,
And see, that's on the city, so you gotta figure all that in, you know, the city don't wanna come up and force in. Again, 'cause we got into this, and I was
and we lost
involved.
it.
Well, and not only that, but the question was asked, you asked a while ago, was that the only building that we're renting
Yeah,
at the moment? And no, it's not, we're in the same situation, but 2 years with the old fire department building as well, and we've not renewed that or done anything with that at all.
And he's on city power too.
And he still got it, don't
Yeah.
he? And then see, it's went by 2 years, we ain't done nothing yet, either.
He pays his own water bill?
He doesn't have water, he has garbage.
It's only got that one bathroom in there, and it's not.
So there's no water, but there's power, and it's on the city.
As far as I know, yeah.
How much do they pay now?
They haven't paid anything, it's the same situation as.
He-
what we did with
Well, he
the-
was gonna fix it up,
Yeah,
this is how we get into stuff.
Supposed to, I think he was gonna do the roof.
This is how we get
he
in.
hadn't did nothing to it. He's gonna fix the roof too, so I don't know, but we do need to sit down and, come up with, on both issues.
Well, we need to get busy on this because we're 2 months in the hole already.
Well, and not only that, but if we're talking about, you know, we've got all these other rooms that we've been talking about. Candace has brought up, you know, the potential that the city could be making money that could be going elsewhere to
Mm-hmm.
benefit the community. If we get on board with it and get something set and get it set on all these and do what Michelle told us that we needed to do,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and get it done across the board, because if not, we're gonna be doing it every time.
Right.
Is that the same way with all these rooms too, though?
Technically, yes.
Yeah, because
Because they're profitable.
well, not
Is that
like
wrong?
that literacy room that they had in the sheriff department, they had those rooms, those are not.
Yeah, all, so
If you're
far,
renting to
everything
an
has been
entity
non-profit.
that's exempt
Yeah,
from
it-
taxation,
yeah.
that's
They
different.
wasn't
He's-
renting, no.
He's not exempt from taxation, so that's why you have to collect the sales taxes.
But it's gonna charge property tax
Yeah.
on that entire course, that entire 3,400 square foot
Yeah,
building.
we been talking.
Yeah.
Is there somebody over there that you can ask how much that would be?
I'm
Yeah,
sure there's a way
But
to
it's
find
not
out.
gonna be cheap.
But I mean, that would play into what you're asking for. Cause you know somebody at the property appraiser. Why don't you find that out tomorrow? I gotta go over there, if you want me to, I will.
You can ask him, but, or I can ask her, but, or I'll call Gil, but that's not gonna be cheap.
No. Well, that definitely plays into how much you need to ask him for. Cause then when he says that's a lot, then you say, well, we're paying property taxes, we're paying this and that.
Yeah, I think something we need to put on the next, workshop or the next meeting. Once they get prices.
And, yeah, and Michelle, you can find out what, well, you already know, you can just outline it for us, what we have to do.
Yeah, I drafted an agreement.
Yeah, we
That's what I
had, we
said, you
discussed
did,
it at a
didn't you?
meeting.
Yeah.
We just need to put the amounts.
So do y'all wanna set a special workshop to deal with this one and the other
And
building?
the other one.
Yeah, we can.
'Cause we need to get this done.
Y'all want me to find out about power?
Yeah, you can. Mr.
You
Mayor.
need to, see which way the city
Most,
wants to go.
most places.
I mean, the one in the fire department, his will be took offline as soon as they do the wells. Cause they're gonna redo all that there, the power wise, so they'll probably take that offline anyways.
So they're gonna separate the wells
Yeah.
from the building?
Yeah, they have to, they have no choice.
But he's gotta have his own meter.
He'll have to have his own meter,
That's
because,
all it
yeah, cause they're gonna have, they have to have no choice, they're making us do it.
But is the meter
Harder.
there already?
There's a meter on that building,
There's one meter, you're gonna have to have two.
yeah, that, yeah.
Okay, well, when's a good time to have a workshop?
Okay.
And this is looking.
I'm always here, so whenever y'all want to
I don't care.
come. I'm just teasing. I'm teasing.
I won't take y'all get the information, that's the, what's gonna come.
Well, all we have to
checking
do
on
is add the
power.
amount. That's what you said. We just need to put the amount. She has the agreement drawn up.
Need to find out about the property taxes.
Yeah,
And all
we
that
have,
stuff.
the next meeting's the 18th. So if you wanna do it before then, we need to do it next week.
We need to do it before then, cause we're losing money.
So,
I doubt
the
you'll find out.
11th is a Monday.
Mhm.
I doubt you're gonna find out price on power for the end.
Maybe just do it like on the 25th then.
A special meeting on the 25th.
After you
Y'all
find out the
out.
information.
Is that good for you, Michelle?
Yeah,
25th.
I won't be here.
I won't either.
Well, here we go, so we need to
Okay.
change.
When will you be here?
I'll be gone the 19th to the 25th,
We-
South Florida.
Do it on the 26th, Tuesday.
It shouldn't take that long to find out.
Monday's the
property
25th.
tax.
I'm saying you wanna
I
do
mean,
it on
why
the
can't we just do it
26th?
with the
That's
next
fine,
meeting?
me,
I think
26th.
they'll, I mean,
Okay, how about this? Our next meeting is, our regular meeting is the 18th. Y'all wanna set a workshop prior
Yes.
to that meeting?
Yes,
Yeah, that might be better.
Everybody
That'll
be
be
that
good.
way?
yes.
Yeah. Mhm. Cause we might not have that much on the.
Come early or
No, at the
go
same
start at
time.
5:30?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Is that fine with everybody?
That's fine with
Go with it.
And Michelle, you can look at that second contract, that contract from over here too, it's out of date.
It's been a long time since we did that.
Yeah,
Yeah, cause that
It was
had
last
been
year.
since I've been here.
no, that's been over
It's
2
been
years ago.
several years, yeah.
Cause remember, he came back and asked for another year because, I don't remember the reason, but he came back and asked for more
Another
time.
year, cause he said something about he was busy or something.
I don't remember the reason, but I know that he was given more time, and then we've not heard anything else.
Yeah,
And
from him. Is he still over there in the building? Is he, Jason?
Yes.
yeah, he's up
He
there.
parks in the back, he's always there in that
He's,
thing.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay, is there anything
Oh,
else?
Lord.
If not, can I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll say.
Discussion? All in favor? Meeting adjourned.